Hello everybody, it's coming to how to beat the devil without taking damage. To keep things simple, I'm just using the Peashooter weapon and Smoke Dash Charm. So the devil is one of the trickiest fights in this game, with 4 phases, with the first phase having 6 different attacks, as well as the small devils which appear on screen. The small devils you have to be aware of for this whole phase, and to know which side they're going to enter the arena from is to look behind the chair, and whichever side they appear from behind the chair, that's which side they'll appear in the arena from. So the first attack we'll see here is the 6 fireballs which attack your last position. You want to jump over as many as possible and save your smoke dash until you need the iframes. Next attack will be this spider, which drops down and you can only damage as it hits the floor. You can damage it as it drops during its first drop, but after that it has iframes as it's dropping, so strike it as it's on the ground. Next will be this goat clap, which if you've got an EX attack, then jump, use the EX attack, and it will pause you in the air, allowing it to go under you. This next attack is these fireballs that circle and track you. You want to move to the side immediately once you see it spawning, as it spawns very quickly. Parry the middle one and then move to the other side, allowing it to go off screen. Don't move to the middle too soon whilst it's on screen, as it can follow you and will be on screen whilst the devil's doing a different attack, which can be very difficult to avoid. So here we'll see, if you don't have an EX attack, that you can also dodge the goat clap by jumping over towards the left or right side from the middle of the arena and then smoke dash into the middle. These bouncing projectiles, if you've got good RNG, the parryable one will spawn at the bottom, but otherwise you want to stay in the middle of the arena and they'll always bounce away from you at the start, and then you want to smoke dash or jump over them, trying to stay in the middle of the arena is the easiest place. So yeah, this spider we can only damage when it hits the floor. Always being aware of the small devils, as they take 1 or 2 Peashooter hits to kill, so they're not too bad. You just have to make sure you know which side they're appearing from. So yeah, these 6 fireballs, they are attacking the last position, so we save the smoke dash for the last possible moment or when we need the iframes. EX attack the goat clap, pulls you in the air. Can be handy for a few occasions as well. This snake, we want to be moving all the way to the other side. We saw that a small devil was going to appear from the left side, so I jumped, used the smoke dash and the EX attack in order to pause in the air on the left hand side. You can also go under the gaps of the snake in the middle, but I am not very consistent with it, so I stay on the furthest point away. Going into second phase, as few attacks, the axe throw, which circles, which is pretty alright. If you stay on the left or right side, you just need to jump over it once on its second spin, as you saw there. The chips, this parryable one, don't strike it as it'll explode with a very large AoE, so just parry it. And then the chips are probably the most dangerous part, which is keep an eye on where they're dropping and make sure to jump or dash as soon as possible to make sure to avoid those. Third phase is probably the riskiest part. You go down to 3 platforms and there's several things to keep an eye on. The mobs on the left and right you want to get rid of with EX attacks and some Peashooters immediately, as well as you want to stay in the middle of the arena. Fire up when the small fly mobs spawn, as you can get rid of most of them, and then angle to try and get rid of the ones that go onto the side. In terms of the, actually I'll go into, you want to stay in the middle of the arena because with these chips, you want to have a choice of dashing to the left or right onto the platforms, as well as if you're on the platform, it lowers it down, so you have to jump and smoke dash to go to the next platform. If you just smoke dash to the left or right, you'll drop through the floor, unless it's raised up like that. So make sure to keep aware of that if you see a chip drop into the floor. But the first point to know is making sure to get rid of the mobs on left and right as soon as they spawn, using the EX for that. Fire up from the middle of the arena to get rid of the flying mobs, and then jump into the sides and angling your Peashooter or your weapon to get rid of the other ones. In this final phase, you want to be positioning with a foot or half a foot off the edge, and then jumping between the chip and the tier. Positioning with the foot off allows you to make sure that you don't jump up into the chip, as you can do if you're too far onto the platform. So position with a foot off the arena on the left hand side, left or right hand side, platform should say, and then jump between the tier and the chip. Makes it very simple and just aim upwards. So yeah, that's the devil. There is quite a lot to learn with those 6 attacks in the first phase, as well as getting consistent in that third phase. So first phase, just learn those 6 attacks. Use your keeping aware of the small devils. Phase 3, trying to stay in middle of the arena, aiming up to get rid of the fly mobs as soon as possible. EX attack the mobs on the sides, and remember that you can't just smoke dash off the middle of the arena. You have to jump to either left or right. Stay in the middle of the arena, so you have choice of that as well. If there is any more queries on that, then put in the comments below. I'm also live at Twitch or at twitch.tv/wayofloki. If there is any queries, ask there. I'll be happy to help, as well as always, there's written tips in the description. If you got some value from this video or interested in more Cuphead guides, then hit that subscribe button and I shall catch you in the next video.